Well, I've got the day off from work today. And since I'm lucky enough to be the owner of a sailboat, that means on my day off from work, I get to work on my boat. It's a never-ending thing. The life of a boater, right? So there's a few things we're just trying to improve on Haraya. We have this folding table. We bring it down when we need it, and we fold it back up to the bulkhead there. It saves space in the boat. What we want to do is we want to build some storage behind it. Like a spice rack or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's the plan for the day. We really like the table. We added the picture on it, epoxied over it a few years back. But I think we have room to bring this thing out like 4 or 5 inches off of this bulkhead right here. And we can put stuff in here, like some food storage or something. So that is my task for the day. Build a rack behind our fold-up table. All right, let's take some measurements and see what we can come up with.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
This is pretty simple. All I'm doing is building a box, a big rectangle. I'm not gonna go into detail on how. Not too much. I'm just gonna do this real quick as I can, try to get this thing done today. The hardest part about building this thing for me is knowing where to put the shelves. Like, what am I gonna put in this thing? So I think I'm gonna put my first shelf about 16 inches up. That actually gives a rum bottle, plenty of room to get in. Thinking I might do the next shelf at about 12 inches up. I think most books are right around 9-10 inches, so maybe if we shove some books in there, and then I'll leave a little space at the top, maybe 8 or 9 inches or so. We can put something in. Let's get that marked out. Well, there we have it. One box with some fiddles, some cleats. I got about an hour and a half of sanding to do, and we'll get her stained up. It's gonna go behind the fold-up table. If I can figure out how to get it mounted to the wall properly and in the right spot. And get the table on it. The table's kind of heavy. All right, well, here we go. I'm gonna try to figure this thing out. So the top of the table is 1 inch above the hinge, and I still have these holes in the wall. So I'm gonna measure down 1 inch. And that should give me top of table, give me some sort of reference. And from there, the top of the table is 39 3/4 up. So I'm also gonna mark that so that when this thing folds up, it folds into this cabinet. I've taken some measurements, done a little bit of math. And now we just gotta commit to it. I'm gonna pre-drill some holes into the cleats that I'm gonna attach to the wall with. I'm gonna put 1 screw in it right in the middle. Before I drill through the bulkhead. I don't want to put more holes in this thing than I don't have to. So I'm going to temporary it up there and make sure this thing's going to be right before I drill through some through bolts. Got it bolted on with 9 1/4-inch bolts to the bulkhead. Don't think it's going anywhere. Reuse the old hardware off the table. I don't think it's going anywhere. But I got one problem. I can't figure out how to get it to stay up. The hardware that came with the original table does not fit anymore the way it's been built. So yeah, we've been spending the last half hour, 45 minutes trying to find some hardware that we like. This is the problem. I got this old latch here, and I used to go clear to this wall. But now it's not long enough. For now, the table's got to be down until I come up with a plan. And I'll find something. I'm sure there's something laying around here somewhere. I mean, you can buy anything you want nowadays, right? Get on the little internet, do a little Googling. Someone will make something I can use, guaranteed. It's just a matter of finding it. All right, I think I'm done for the day. 2 days of progress painting these walls, and they look great. Haraya looks roomier, bigger, brighter. Should have done it a while ago.
Here's our alcohol cabinet. Can you tell it has alcohol in it? It doesn't. It has all of our electronics. When we got it in here, we realized that some alcohol bottles won't fit. Some of our drink bottles won't fit because it's just slightly too short, which was okay. We don't have that much alcohol on board anyway, so it was kind of nice to be able to have a place to put our electronics and keep them safe. We only have the table down when we're editing, or I mean, very rarely we have it down for anything at all. So it's a nice little hidey spot. All of our chargers that, you know, get in a drawer and are a mess. So our chargers, our projector, it's nice and safe, the drone, all of our GoPro stuff. It just makes it easy. And with all of the renovations that we're doing, countertop was one of them that we needed to do. Sam templated it out with some 8-inch fir slats, which he glued together with one of his favorite tools, the hot glue gun. Little arts and crafts on Haraya like we always do. Took it outside and placed it on some imitation cultured marble because we're fancy like that we picked up at our local Home Depot. And he brought it in and was able to silicone it down onto the cabinet, and we now have a new countertop. With that came an improved, deeper sink, which has been an amazing addition to our galley. We can actually fit a pot in the sink or do dishes without making too big of a mess. Or one thing is pouring something into the sink and not having it go everywhere, up the sides and everywhere. So that has been a nice addition. Also, we had to do a nice top for our refrigerator, and he was able to, with this type of countertop, be able to add in some recessed latches that make it easy to just take the top off and put it back on, and I've loved that. Some things that we were worried about was, you can see that the fiddle, that edge around here is not on. We couldn't figure out how to get it on to fit real well, and so we opted to just leave it off. Leaving it off actually has not caused us any trouble because our galley is so small, we really don't leave anything out on the cabinets, so we don't have to worry of something falling off the cabinet or countertop. And also it's so small in here, I have handholds everywhere that I don't need to use the fiddles for a handhold. I mean, they haven't been missed. So for us, it's been fine to not have that fiddle put back on the countertop. So to stop the sliding on the countertops, I did pick up a silicone mat. It's one of those silicone drying mats. You can just lay it on here and it actually suction cups to the countertop, and then whatever I put on there doesn't slide away while I'm cooking. Another good thing, what I was worried about the most, is if I sat something hot on the countertop and burned it. So it's heat resistant as well, so I can use it as like a hot pad. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to take a look at our Patreon page, feel free to do that. But we'll see you on the next one. Bye.